Good morning dear students, this is Bonani Porokasto. I welcome you all to today's video. Here we are doing the chapter whole numbers. Now question number 5 of exercise 2.2. So in question number 5 it is given a taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. The next day he filled the tank with 50 liters of petrol. If the petrol cost rupees 44 per liter, how much did he spend in all on petrol? So that means a taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. On the next day he filled the tank with 50 liters of petrol. Now the cost of 1 liter petrol is 44 rupees. We have to find that the taxi driver spent how much money on petrol. So let's see the solution of question number 5. This is the solution of question number 5. On Monday, the taxi driver filled the car with 40 liter petrol. Next day, the taxi driver filled the car with 50 liter petrol. So in 2 days, the taxi driver filled the car with 40 plus 50, 90 liter petrol. Now we have to find the total cost of the petrol that is filled to the tank. Now cost of 1 liter petrol is equal to rupees 44. So cost of 90 liter petrol will be rupees 44 into 90. So here our answer will be rupees 3960. So the taxi driver spent 3960 rupees in all on petrol. So this is question number 5. Question number 6 of exercise 2.2 is a vendor supplies 32 liters of milk to a hotel in the morning and 68 liters of milk in the evening. If the milk costs rupees 15 per liter, how much money is due to the vendor per day? That means a vendor supplies 32 liters milk in the morning and in the evening the vendor supplies 68 liters milk. Now in a day the vendor supplies 32 liter plus 68 liter milk, that means 100 liter milk. Now cost of 1 liter milk is rupees 15. We have to find the cost of 100 liter milk so that we can find how much money is due to the vendor per day. That means how much money will the vendor get per day. So let's see the solution of question number 6 of exercise 2.2. This is the solution of question number 6. Here it is given in the morning vendor supplies 32 liter milk. In the evening vendor supplies 68 liter milk. In one day vendor supplies 32 liter plus 68 liter, so 100 liter milk. Now cost of 1 liter milk is equal to rupees 15. So cost of 100 liter milk is equal to rupees 15 into 100. So the answer will be rupees 1500. This is the cost of 100 liter of milk. So rupees 1500 is due to the vendor per day. So this is the solution of question number 6 of exercise 2.2. Now question number 7 of exercise 2.2. Here the question is match the following. So Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3 are given and option A, B, C are given. We have to match with this Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3 with this A, B and C. So first of all Roman 1 is 425 into 136 is equal to 425 into 6 plus 30 plus 100. Now see here, this 136 is broken. So 136 is written as 6 plus 30 plus 100. Now let us see the options given in A, B and C. Option A is commutativity under multiplication. Commutativity under multiplication means if we multiply two numbers, suppose 2 into 3 is equal to 6, we can write it as 3 into 2 is equal to 6. That means we can interchange their places. This is called commutativity under multiplication. But in this Roman 1, the places are not changed. So, option A will not match with Roman 1. Next, B is commutativity under addition. Commutativity under addition means we can change the places of the whole number when it is about addition. So, here also addition is not there, here multiplication is there. Next, C is distributivity of multiplication over addition. So, here it will be distributivity of multiplication over addition. So, Roman 1 matches with C. Now, Roman 2, 2 into 49 into 50 and equal to, it is given 2 is in the same place, 49 and 50 are changed. So, in place of 49 it is given 50 and in place of 50 it is given 49. So, here they have used commutativity under multiplication. So, this Roman 2 will be with A. Now, Roman 3 is 80 plus 2005 plus 20. So, here what they have done, 80 is its own place and 20 and 2005 are interchanged. So, here also commutativity under addition is applied. So, it will be Roman 3 will be with B. So, Roman 1 is matching with C, Roman 2 is matching with A, Roman 3 is matching with B. So, this is the answer of question number 7. Now come to exercise 2.3. The first question is, which of the following will not represent 0? So, here the A is given 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 means 1. B is given 0 into 0. 0 into 0 means 0. After that it is given 0 by 2. When we will divide 0 by 2, the answer is 0. D is given 10 minus 10 by 2. 10 minus 10 means 0 by 2. 0 by 2 means 0. From these 4 options, this A will not represent 0. It will represent 1. So, our answer will be A. Question number 2 is, if the product of two whole numbers is 0, can we say that one or both of them will be 0? Justify through examples. So, here the question is, if we multiply two whole numbers, our answer is 0, then one of these two is 0 or both of these two is 0. So, for that, let us take one example. Suppose I am taking 5 into dash equal to 0. Now see, 5 into what number is equal to 0? Here we have to put 0. 5 into 0 is equal to 0. So, So from here we can say that if one of these two number is 0, then the answer is 0. This is true. Now we can write like this also, 0 into 0 is equal to 0. So from here we can say if both of these two numbers are 0, then the answer is 0. So we can say yes, we can say that one or both of them will be 0. And justify through example means these two examples you can give. 5 into 0 is equal to 0, 0 into 0 is equal to 0, suppose 10 into 0 is equal to 0. So this is question number 2. Question number 3, if the product of two whole numbers is 1, can we say that one or both of them will be 1? Justify through example. So here we have to write two numbers, so that if we multiply two numbers we will get the answer 1. If we multiply 5 into 1, then our answer will be 5. If we multiply 100 into 1, our answer will be 100. If we multiply 1 into 1, then our answer will be 1. So to get here 1, we need to multiply 1 and 1. So the answer of question number 3 will be, both of them will be 1. So let's write the answer. Here the answer will be both of them will be 1. So this is question number 3. Question number 4, using distributive property, do the following questions. So you know how to use the distributivity of multiplication over addition. So here question number A and B are homework. Let's see the solution of C, D and E. This is the solution of question number 4C of exercise 2.3. Here it is given 824 into 25. Here we have to find this product using distributive property. So here we have to use distributivity of multiplication over addition. So here we have broken this 25 as 10 plus 10 plus 5. So 824 into 10 plus 824 into 10 plus 824 into 5. So from here we will get 8240, from here 8240, and from here we will get 4120. After adding these 3 we will get 20,600. So this is the answer of question number 4C. Now question number D of question number 4 of exercise 2.3. Here it is given 4275 into 125. So we have broken 125 as 100 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5. That means 100 plus 25. Again we have broken 25 like this. Now we have written 4275 into 100 plus 4275 into 10 plus 4275 into 10 plus 4275 into 5. From here we will get 4,27,500. From here we will get 42,750. Same from here also 42,750. And from here we will get 21,375. After adding these 4 numbers, we get our answer, and the answer is 5,34,375. This is question number D. Question number E of question number 4, exercise 2.3, 504 into 35. Here we have to find the product using distributive property. So we have broken 35 as 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5. So in the next line, 504 into 10 plus 504 into 10 plus 504 into 10 plus 504 into 5. So from here we will get 5040, same from here 5040, same from here 5040, and from here we will get 2520. After adding these four numbers, we will get our answer, and the answer is 17,640. So this is question number E of question number 4, exercise 2.3. Now question number 5 of exercise 2.3. Question number 5 is given, study the pattern. Write the next two steps. Can you say how the pattern works? So for that we have to study the pattern. So first of all, see the first numbers given everywhere. Here it is given 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3, then 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4 5. So for the next one we will have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. After that, see the multiplication sign is given. So in our answer also we have to give the multiplication sign. So multiplication sign. Next, see 8 8 8 8 8. 8 is common everywhere, so we have to write here 8. Next, again addition sign is given everywhere, so we have to give here the addition sign. After that, you see the numbers given after the addition sign is, here it is 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. In our answer it will be 6 equal to. Now see, here it is given 9, then 9 8, then 9 8 7, then 9 8 7 6, 9 8 7 6 5. So in our answer it will be 9 8 7 6 5 4. So this is the next step. Now for another step we have to do in this way: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. As here we have written up to 6, in the next step we have to write up to 7 into 8. 8 is common everywhere, then addition sign. After 6 it will be 7. Now the answer will be 9 8 7 6 5 4 3. So this is the next two steps of our question. So with this our question number 5 is completed and exercise 2.3 is also completed.